All right, so question from viewers about tax plans. We have the governor has a tax plan. I understand the House has a tax plan, if I'm recalling correctly. They seem to be well apart. What are the prospects for getting something together, and what's likely to happen with the tax issue? We'll start with you, Representative Mahoney.
Well, we don't really need a tax bill. We passed one last year. So that puts the governor in the driver's seat, really. The governor's tax bill focuses on mid-income, low to middle income, and low-income families. I don't know the exact details of it. It doesn't really, do much business relief. It does some. The Republican, tax bill at this point, having read the more than 4 paragraphs of tax policy, which is enough. It's the kind of stuff you read when you're trying to go to sleep. Well, simply put, for every dollar a low and moderate and middle income family gets, a corporation gets 2.5. So at this point, that tax bill is not going anywhere with the governor.
Taxes?
I must read a different tax bill, and I'm next to Chair Davis. Chair Davis is so concerned about the average Minnesotans, people like Tim and I who work, entrepreneurs, small business owners, laborers, and so forth. We have to do something. I think it looks worse on the governor if he doesn't do something. And I know Chair Davis is working hard on putting together a bill that's a win-win for everybody. And this notion that it's only big corporations, that's not how Greg is. And the committees has worked really hard. So I was having a talk with one of the CAs and this morning, actually, and he said, you know what, there are things that he is not putting in because he knows the governor will not support it because he's trying to create a win-win situation. Understand, we got to always remember whose money this is. This is hard-working Minnesotans. Yeah. And it is our responsibility to we saw the changes at the federal level. Now it's our responsibility to do something. And I think governor gets the black eye if we don't do anything. To say that we had a tax bill last year, well, yes, we had a tax bill. We also had a huge change in tax law, and we owe it to the taxpayers to give them the money that they deserve.
These are hard tax conformity piece?
Yeah, tax conformity piece. And I agree with Tim. It's very detailed. It's very technical. But it's helping. I wish that figure's almost at the tip of my tongue, but it's helping a huge amount of Minnesotans. And we're talking about people that, small business owners, laborers, nurses, and so forth.
So as a practical matter, there are pretty significant differences but where the governor is and where the House is. Yep. At least that's the way I read them. Am I correct?
Yeah, I would say that, of course there's going to be differences.
And the Senate isn't anywhere.
Yeah. The House is working on it. We are working on it. We're not going to say anything because our other colleagues haven't shown up.
Go right ahead.
So how would you estimate the chances? I guess I'll ask both of you. I'll start with you, Representative, but is there a pretty good chance that there will be no agreement on the tax conformity and tax issues, and this issue will simply be left to there'll be a new governor in January and the legislature at that time?
I don't have a crystal ball. No one else does. I know it's a priority of the GOP House to come up with a solution that benefits the hardworking Minnesotans here. That's what we're working on. Our chair has been working hard. And I think we could come up. Again, I think it makes the governor look bad not doing something because we are working hard to create a win-win situation. We'll have to see what happens.
What do you think, Representative?
Well, I don't know that it makes the governor look bad when he protects the Minnesota taxpayers from giving more money to corporations than them back to the taxpayers themselves. So I'm not, because too many of our, I won't go there. This is always a nice, friendly chat, so I don't want to get too off the deep end.
Well, we can arm wrestle. We can start an arm wrestle right now, Tim.
After 5 years of retirement, I don't have the muscles that I used to have. again, the governor won't look bad if he protects his fiscal legacy. We came in, Tim Pawlenty left us with a $6.5 billion shortfall. We came in, we took hard votes to put a tax on 64,000 people. We paid that off. We have a structurally sound and fiscally sound budget today. And every indication is the tax bills, the conversation about the tax bill. Again, we haven't seen the tax bill. I know I haven't looked at that one. Has said that it changes the priority, it changes the paradigm and pushes us back into smoke and mirror stuff. Now, I like Greg. Greg's a good guy. I've got a couple proposals in his tax bill, I hope. So I don't want to offend him, but I know the governor, and the governor is going to protect hardworking Minnesotans versus corporate Minnesota. And small businesses are helped in his proposal also. And you said you couldn't remember. The original numbers that I saw less than a week and a half ago, it was 900,000 people were helped by the Governor Dayton. 200,000 were helped by the current.
It wasn't. Those were in the numbers that I remember, but I don't have them in front of me. But that's where Greg's working at. He's working at, and that's always has been the stand of our caucus, is helping the hard-working taxpayer.
Oh, please.
Well, it's the same thing. Oh, corporate, please, too, Tim. I've been very but I've heard that line. Get a new line. The other side needs to get a new line. It's us small business owners that our plan's going to help. Nurses and so forth. So, I mean, this corporation stuff, no way. I mean, it's not how we run the state, and we'll have to see what happens.
I had my,
Well, anyway,
go ahead.
I think we disagree on this.
I think we have, there's this ongoing discussion about corporations and individuals and, who ultimately pays corporate taxes. But I think we'll leave that topic for another time. I think the conclusion that I'm drawing from this exchange is
the Senate doesn't have anything.
The Senate doesn't have anything, and the conclusion I'm drawing is that if there is a deal on this topic, it's going to be one of the last-minute things that comes out of this session.
Could be. Time will tell.
Very likely.
All right, so let's move on. We had our conversation earlier about water and concerns about water sparked a viewer from Donnelly to address a question about any chance the legislature might consider providing help to clean up private wells. This viewer notes that on their farm, their well water has too much arsenic, and that other neighbors in the Donnelly area have similar issues. So I'll turn to you, Representative.
Yeah, I'm not aware of anything that is there.
Normally, a program like this, of course, would be in the full legislative session when you start talking about sort of new programs and so forth. But in any event, I thought it was interesting because it tacks on to what we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
Well, and it's part of the district I represent, Donnelly. So I mean, it would invite the constituent to let us know so we can research, and possibly next session we can work on it. But I am not aware of anything at all. Period. Not even a bill that's been proposed.
Anytime we start talking about doing something with private wells, we get a lot of hackles raised. So we're pretty careful with that.
Yeah.
And I have not heard of anything coming forward this session.